It's that time again, folks. Another month has passed, and that means it is time for another What Sold video. So if you would like to know what sold for a part-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, just keep on watching. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller on both eBay and Poshmark, and I use this YouTube channel to document that journey. I also include reselling tips and tricks for those platforms as well as some thrifty flips. So if you're interested in that kind of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and if you find this video is useful to you, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up, as your likes and comments help me know what kind of content to create in the future. So as I said in the intro, this is another What Sold video. If you've been with me a while, you know this strategy. I'm using the same format I've been using for the last few months. But if you're new here, let me let you know. What we do for What Sold videos is I usually pop a picture right here of the item that sold. I pick the top best selling items that resulted in the highest amount of netted cash, as well as the worst selling items, which netted little to no money and would be things I would not pick up again. So I'll start with showing you those pictures. We'll go through those, and then at the end I'll give you a deep dive analysis, giving you a bit more information about what categories performed, how the platforms performed, and that kind and all the like. So let's go ahead and get started. I do want to let you know before we put the first picture up, overall sales were pretty much flat to April. So I made a slight decrease, about a 2% decrease in the month of April. So for the month of April, I had netted a profit, net profit, what I put in my pocket, of $612.52. For the month of May, I netted $601.33. So as I said, I'm considering that fairly flat, but it is technically a 2% decrease. Now, let's get right into the items that were the best selling items. So right here, this is the Everlane Japanese Go Weave zip front dress. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I got this in a thread up box. It sold not too long after listing, and it sold on Poshmark for $40. And I ended up netting $29.39 after Poshmark fees, and there's probably a shipping discount in there. Not too shabby, great netted price for me. This next dress, love this. This is a true vintage piece that I found at the Goodwill store. Paid the regular Goodwill price for it. It is a plus size black and yellow secretary dress. I sold it on eBay for $43.63, and I ended up netting a profit of $31.94 after eBay fees, cost of goods, and shipping. This item, again, if you've been following me, I got in I believe it was the last ThredUp box. You guys, thank you so much. You're my subscribers. It feels so weird to say. You guys told me about this brand. I liked that. I like the silhouette and the styling of this plus size item, but you guys were the one to tell me that this is a plus size brand that has a good following and a strong resale, and you guys did me proud. You are exactly right with everything that you said. I ended up selling this item for $39.21. That's with shipping, tax, and all that, so that's why that's a weird number. And I ended up netting $31.65 after eBay fees and shipping and cost of goods. So I'm pretty stoked with that, at being my first Eloquii piece. Definitely something I would look for in the wild and would be happy to sell in the future. This is one of my first forays into new with tags home goods. This came from a bulk unboxing, and I learned that Maloof is a bedding a high-end bedding brand. This was a set of 2 pillowcases. I sold it on Poshmark for $38 and ended up making $23.40 after Poshmark fees. There is likely a shipping discount in there as well as the cost of goods. Still pretty happy with that. This David Benjamin vintage leather skirt, I got this gifted to the Sequels cause. I put it on eBay. I sold it for $27.61 and ended up making $23.61 after eBay fees and shipping. So loving that. Vintage leather, I've been hearing so much more, even about springtime colors, and hearing a lot about leather. So if you're seeing leather out there or vintage leather, then pick it up. And this last item was a great bins find. It is a new with tags Bravado nursing tank. I picked this up out of the bins because it was new with tags. That works for me about 70 to 80% of the time. I still pick up some stinkers that are new with tags, but most of the time it works out to my benefit, and this time it definitely did. This is a nursing tank, which is what got me excited to go ahead and pick it up because it seemed like such a niche market. I sold this for $35.73 and ended up netting $30.40 after eBay fees, eBay shipping, and cost of goods. Really pleased with that. Definitely would pick up that brand if I saw it in the wild, and probably would pick up more, maybe more nursing and maternity stuff if I see it as well, just to give it a try. So those are the best stuff, netting more than $20. Even had a few that netted about $30, which is great, as I'm always looking to increase my average cost of goods. Now, here are the stinkers, and they're pretty stinky, as usual. I all but gave somebody money to take them away from me. Charlotte Russe, if you've seen my last what sold video, you know I'm not a fan of Charlotte Russe and Forever 21. I know these mall brands sell for some people. They just do not work for me. I am selling this for a friend. We have a 70-30 split. I sold it for $11.25 and my cut ended up being $2.38. Definitely not worth the time. These are 2 household items that came in my bulk unboxing along with those pillowcases that I said before. These I was enthusiastic to try because I have not tried household items, but neither of them worked for me. And the reason why they didn't work for me is neither of them could fit in any flat rate priority mail box, and thus the shipping cost me more than I anticipated, and thus I lost money or made no money. The first one is the spray away cleaner. Could not fit it in any priority mailbox. The smallest box I could fit it in still cost me a fortune. I ended up selling this for $19 and lost 80 cents on it when all was said and done. Not something I would give a try to again. The second one were these Downy Unstoppables, again from that same box. Sold them for $24.13, but I lost out big time on shipping. Cost me a fortune, so after shipping and cost of goods, I netted only $1.66. So not something I would do going forward. Maybe something that would be better suited for attempting to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Definitely not going to go forward with trying to list things online that do not fit in priority mail flat rate boxes. Not sure if both of these items sold super quick, so I'm not sure if they would have eventually sold had I had my shipping prices accurate, but both of these consumers knew that shipping price wasn't accurate and they jumped on it and they got a good deal. Live and learn, gotta try things. This Curious skirt, again, selling it for a friend, so I have a 70-30 split. Sold it for $7.99, made $1.41. My 30 split after fees and cost of goods. Would not pick it up again. and that sold on eBay. This item sold on Poshmark. It is LuLaRoe skirt. If you've been following me, you saw I got this in one of my thread-up boxes. I said, I bet you I'll have to let it go for nothing, and I did. It sold for $8 and ended up making me $2.44 after shipping, after fees, and after cost of goods. Definitely not something I would ever pick up. Probably would have been something I should have passed along to Goodwill instead of even attempting to list. That is something that I am working very hard on. I have a hard time wanting to save all of them and just try to list them, but I'm learning more and more in the long run. It's best to just take some of those items that aren't gonna sell for less to nothing and just pass them along to the next person, give away some freebies to some friends, or send them back out into the thrifting wild, because $2.44. Even though I took that on a picture with a hanger, so it was snap a picture, flip it, snap a picture, and list it, still $2.44, no. And then this last one I sold on Mercari. It is a Cure blouse. I love this blouse. I picked it up in the bin, so it didn't cost me anything. I just thought it was really cute. I've had it for probably 6 months now. No real action on it. Took an offer of $9 and made $2.36 after shipping and cost of goods. Definitely not anything I would pick up in the future. So overall, those are the best selling items and the worst selling items. As I said, my sales for May were a 2% decrease, pretty much flat to April. But something that is super cool that I am glad to see is in April, I sold 58 units to make that $610. For May, I sold 49 units to make the $600. So I sold 9 less units and only netted $10 less. So that is really good. That is showing me that I am finally getting my average sale price up. And once you calculate out the average sale price, I can confirm, yes, it is true. My average sale price is up. For the month of April, I was close to a $10.50 average sale price, and I am now at a $12.27 average sale price. So that is yay. Super, super excited about that. Now, again, that average sale price is way less than I want it to be. You can see from some of those best-selling items, I'm moving stuff out the door at a net of over $30, at a net of over $20. So I can net good money on stuff. What's bringing me down is what's bringing me down every sales video. For you guys that have been with me for some time, you know I've been saying this every sales video. I'm going to continue saying it every sales video until I get rid of this clearance stuff. So what is holding me down on my average sale price is I'm still holding on to about 43% of my inventory is what I consider to be clearance, which means I have it as a marked down sale price. Those are items that I've had for over a year, or I've had them for 6 months and there's been no action, meaning they've been relisted and redone and no action, or it's stuff that I got in a box like that LuLaRoe that I've thrown on there and stuck directly in a markdown because I know I can't get any money for it, and maybe are items that I should not even be messing with at all. So that's what I'm learning now is I like to have sales. I like to make money, but there's a few things that I really need to focus on, and that is thrifting higher priced goods, which I've shown this month that I am doing. ThreadUp's helping me do that. Some of my boxes that I've gotten is really helping me to get product out there that is at a higher value. But I haven't moved through all this clearance yet. So it's going to get to the point where if I've had stuff in my store for over a year and it's been on clearance since at least the beginning of the year and it's not moving, then there's gonna be a purge that's gonna happen soon. And it's all gonna get pulled and go out to Goodwill. Just because it's getting time to move away from those things. On the flip side, I'm also trying to source. I need to source more items. If I source more items, then it wouldn't be so bad to have 100 items on clearance if I had like 300 and some items, but I don't. I have 102 items on clearance right now, and I have 239 items total. So that split is not good. So I need to either move away from those clearance ones by selling them or purging them, or give some of those clearance ones a little bit more time to sit there, but source more inventory at that higher price, which is what you've heard me harp on pretty much since the beginning of the year, at least for the last couple of months, and it is something that I'm still continuing to work on. Best-selling categories. Same old guys. Dresses, #1 selling performer, #1 dollar maker, making a lot more money on less units, which means my average sale price out the door is higher. Loving that. Continuing to look to source more dresses. Next up, shoes. Shoes was not one of my top performers in April because I got too low on inventory. Shoes is back up for May because I got that bulk shoebox that came in. Sourcing shoes has been very, very hard for me. I do not have a lot of luck at local thrift stores. I've tried to buy some things from local thrift stores and they have not moved for me. Thread up shoe boxes, bulk boxes, those things have worked best for me when it comes to shoes. And if you're like me and have been sourcing from ThredUp, you'll know it's hard to get your hands on some boxes, which is where I'm getting to now. I'm already starting to get a little bit slow on shoe inventory. I need to get some in to ensure that my shoe category stays a top performing category for the month of June. And then next up are tops. Tops continue to be a best-selling category. I do have to move more units on to make less money. So that means my average top sales price is a bit lower, but I had some wins this month. I had a CJ Banks t-shirt that sold for over $20. I had a vintage Joanna button-down blouse that sold for over $20. And then that Bravo tank is in the top category and that sold for over $30. So I am starting to see and understand that I can source more tops that can get that average sale price up as well. I was always under the interpretation I've been doing this for almost a year now, that tops just made less money, but that's not necessarily true. I like to spend less money on tops personally, but that doesn't mean all the consumers do. Not everybody is the same as me. So there is money still to be made on tops, and that is awesome to know. So let's go into and see what platforms are performing. And again, if you've watched any of my what sold videos, you are not going to be shocked or surprised by this at all. eBay is my #1 platform. It is doing 75% of the dollar sales on about 69% of the units. So not only is it my top performing platform, it also yields a higher return on investment. I am selling things out the door for a higher price than I do on other platforms, which is wonderful. I love it. It's easy to list, easy to maintain, doesn't require a lot of hands-on action besides going in there and sending out some offers to likers, and it's really performing for me and I love it. I continue to love it. I had 2% of my sales on Mercari. This was my last hurrah ditch effort. I think I've said that the last 3 months, but this is for real it. I've already shut down Mercari. I am done. Kudos to all you guys who are moving things over there. I have really trouble moving stuff on Mercari unless it's lower price pointed goods. I'm just not having a lot of success with it. So rather than put the time and effort into that, it is officially no longer a platform that I am utilizing. And then 24% of my sales and 24% of my units came from Poshmark. That is down a little bit. April, I had more of a 67-33% split between eBay and Poshmark. So my Poshmark sales were a bit higher last month, but we're back down to that 74-24 split that we're at now, that I have been at months prior as well. My goal was to try to make just justifying it for the time and effort I'm putting into both platforms. I would really like to see Poshmark make closer to 35 to 40% of the sales, but that has not been happening for me regularly. I have a hard time renewing. I have a hard time, no, that's not true. I have a hard time sharing. I have no problems renewing and listing items on both platforms. I sit down, I go to relist my items on eBay and I relist them on Poshmark. I go to list new ones on eBay and I list new ones on Poshmark. And that works out fantastic for me. It's the sharing on Poshmark that I just cannot seem to do regularly. I do have some analysis coming for you guys soon. I am doing a lot of analysis on sharing, renewing, and new listings on Poshmark. I'm hoping that if I deep dive into some of the numbers to show me that sharing really works, or show me what really works, that maybe that'll be enough motivation to get me to do some of the things that I don't like doing on that platform. So stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, ring the bell so that you will know when that video is coming out. It will be sometime this month. So as always, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate so much all of you guys. Your comments, I've been getting so many more. I've been getting so many more subscribers, and I just really am thankful that you are finding my YouTube page helpful. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Did any of my dog items, do you find that those items move for you? If so, let me know in the comment section below. Just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work for you, and doesn't mean it may not work for other people. Were there some of the brands, have you heard of all those brands that were selling well? For me, especially that Bravado nursing tank, is that a brand that you've seen or have had success with? How about that plus size Eloquii brand? Are some of your vintage goods bringing you in $20 to $30 net? If so, let me know in the comment section below. It is always interesting to find out, like I said, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and there is so much market share to be had in this business that just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for somebody else. And that's kind of the beauty of all of this. So let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon with a new video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.